All delegates, please take your respective seats. We are going to declare open the convention now. On behalf of Goan Cultural Center, it's my pride, pleasure and privilege to extend a very warm and hearty welcome to all the VIPs and all the delegates gracing this convention. And I call upon Mr. Gaspar Almeida to do the honors.
Eid Mubarak. Dear Overall, I am Gaspar Almeida. Welcome to you, Your Excellency, the delegates, and to you all. On behalf of the Goan Cultural Center, we are happy to note that the Goa government is giving due importance for the Goan NRIs. We thank the NRI Commissioner's Office, the Embassy of India, for the support and assistance provided to us to host this convention. We thank all of you for your presence and kindly stand. We are playing the national anthem of Kuwait and India.
It is a matter of great pride and pleasure for me to welcome His Excellency Mr. Ajay Malhotra, the Ambassador of India to the State of Kuwait. Also in the same breath, it is my pleasure to welcome Mr. Sanjay Srivastava, the Chief Secretary of the Government of Goa. Again, it's a great honor for me to welcome Mr. Luis Falero, the former Chief Minister of the State of Goa. And last but not the least, Mr. Ullas Kamath, Director of NRI Affairs, Government of Goa. And I call upon Mr. Carlos Santos, the Chairman of Goan Cultural Center, to give the inaugural address.
A very good morning. Namaste. Salam alaikum. Dear Bharat, Your Excellency Mr. Ajay Malhotra, Ambassador of India to the state of Kuwait, Chief Secretary of Goa government, Sri S.K. Srivastava, Sri Luizin Falero, ex-CM of Goa government, Mr. Ullas Kamath, Director of NRI Affairs, distinguished dignitaries from the government of Goa, immediate commission delegates, and honored guests. On behalf of the Indian community in general, and especially the Goan community in particular, I am extremely honored to extend a rousing, warm, and hearty welcome to each and every guest gracing the Global Goan Convention 2010. It is my impulsive privilege to express my profound gratitude to Honorable Edward Falero and the Government of Goa for conferring upon the Goan Cultural Center an exclusive honor to host this Global Goan Convention 2010 in the state of Kuwait. As an honorary chairman of the Goan Cultural Center, it is my profound and passionate belief that this year's Global Goan Convention will unfold new and bright horizons that will serve as inspirations to the worldwide Goan community to make an assessment of the extenuating circumstances that currently evoke disconcerting trends, be it in preservation of Goan identity, medical amenities, educational opportunities, housing projects, and other pragmatic concerns staring in the face of the Goan community. It is my argumentative inference that this Global Goan Convention, with an array of eminent speakers on wide-ranging topics, will shed light on the current problematics weighing on the hearts of the Goan community. In the course of these 2 days of convention, I assure you our wholehearted support and assistance so that at the end of the convention, we could all proclaim in union that this Global Goan Convention was as successful as it was organized to be. Dear Guru, I have two announcements. Our Honorable Commissioner of Goa Affairs, Sri Edward Falero, could not make it this convention to the last minute due to his illness, and we pray for his fastest recovery. Second announcement, we have Our Excellency Sri Ajay Malhotra sitting among us here. He is a gifted community leader for the Indian community in Kuwait. Diwali festival, our brothers having celebrating in Kuwait were arrested. If this ambassador, Excellency, was not here and timely intervention to the right authorities at the right time, those 18 people would have been deported instantly to their destination in India. They were all 18. Eleven were Hindus, 6 were Muslims, 1 was Goan Hindu, and 1 was Pakistani. So they were total 18. Our ambassador did not see who they are, didn't see anybody. He just fought for all 18. And it is the highest gift, what we expected, and you gave it to us. Thank you, sir.
Now we'll have the traditional lighting of the lamp. I call upon His Excellency Mr. Ajay Malhotra, please come on the stage. Chief Secretary Mr. Srivastava, please come on the stage to light the traditional lamp. Mr. Luizin Falero, the former Chief Minister of Goa, Mr. Ullas Kamath, Director NRI Affairs, and Mr. Kama Santos, Chairman of Goan Cultural Center. Now we'll have the official release of the souvenirs. Could you have the souvenir on the stage, please? At the hands of His Excellency, Mr. Ajay Malhotra. Now we'll have the release of his CD at the hands of Chief Secretary Mr. Srivastava, the CD by Osby Vegas. A big round of applause, please. Now I call upon His Excellency Mr. Ajay Malhotra to address this Global Goans Convention.
Mr. S.K. Srivastava, Chief Secretary of Goa, Honorable Luisino Falero, former Chief Minister of Goa, and the many distinguished guests from India, eminent Goans assembled in Kuwait from across the world, Mr. Carlos Santos, Honorary Chairman of the Goan Cultural Center, Kuwait, Mr. Naik, Suresh Naik, President of the Goan Cultural Center, distinguished members of the Goan community in Kuwait, and ladies and gentlemen, Namaskar, Maya Mogacho, Yukar. That's about the only Konkani I know. And I remember it from a little, maybe 3 years ago. As today is Eid al-Adha, I would also like to wish everyone Eid Mubarak. I truly appreciate this opportunity to address the 5th Global Goans Convention. Your past conventions were hosted in Goa, Portugal, Canada, and Oman, and we are delighted to welcome everyone to Kuwait this year. From small beginnings, this convention has become an eagerly awaited annual get-together of the Goan diaspora. Goa's rich cultural heritage is well known. It incorporates a tapestry of customs and lifestyles that cross-fertilizes millennia-old Indian traditions with Portuguese influences. This has produced a unique blend of customs, arts and crafts, dance and music, festivals and fairs, architecture and cuisine. Nature too has been generous to Goa with its warm climate and unspoiled wilderness, its dense mango, jackfruit and pineapple groves, its verdant paddy fields. Goan food with dishes like fiery vindaloo, the tangy prawn balchao, the multi-layered bibinka cake, and delicious Konkani vegetarian cuisine is increasingly becoming known worldwide. As you probably make out, these are also among my own favorites. Combined with a stunning palm-fringed coastline, idyllic sandy beaches, the azure expanse of the Arabian Sea, and its evident scenic beauty, Goa is a prized destination that so many dream of visiting. Yet, what makes Goa especially attractive is the warm friendship of the charming Goan people. Pleasant and easygoing, yet very hardworking. Most Goans have a zest for life, a love of music and dance. My family and I holidayed in Goa in July 2007, and we experienced firsthand the warmth and gracious hospitality of our Goan friends, and even now retain very crisp and fond memories of our visit. Let me also add that the monsoons in Goa too are a truly enjoyable and unforgettable experience. Goans are known to be talented. They have achieved fame in diverse fields, like vocalists Asha Bhosle, Kesabai Kelkar, Kishori Amonkar, my own favorite, and Lata Mangeshkar, music legend Chris Perry, mathematician and historian Didi Kosambi, tennis player Leander Paes, cricketer Dilip Sardesai, rock musician Remo Fernandez, artist Francis Newton Souza, and so many others, including top politicians, generals, bureaucrats, and others. The Goan diaspora has also been making an important contribution in many countries across the globe. I recall from my first diplomatic assignment many years ago in Nairobi how Goans were amongst those who helped build and run the Kenya-Uganda Railway at the turn of the 19th and 20th centuries. There's also the role later played by a very distinguished Goan, Pio Gama Pinto, in securing the independence of Kenya. My office premises in my previous assignment with the Permanent Mission of India to the United Nations at New York were designed by the celebrated Goan architect Charles Correa. It is a well-known cultural icon of New York and a must-see stop on city architectural walks. So there's much to be proud of. There's also a solid Goan presence and contribution to be found in Kuwait, which is a home away from home for nearly 50,000 Goans. In fact, Goans are present in almost all professions in Kuwait, from bankers to drivers, from household workers to doctors, from businessmen to journalists. The Goans residing in Kuwait are a vibrant part of the 600,000 strong Indian community in Kuwait, who are widely acknowledged as being sincere, hardworking, talented, disciplined, and law-abiding. A good number of dynamic Goan associations are also active in Kuwait. I must say that I've been privileged to attend many events organized by them and can confirm that the Goans in Kuwait are indeed energetically nurturing their culture and traditions, including through music, dance, theater. I attended my first theater in Kuwait, I must confess, but since then I've attended quite a few, and football, while extending humanitarian support to the needy in India and in Kuwait. This is eminently laudable and creditable. Let me also acknowledge and emphasize how extremely grateful we are for the care and the benevolence bestowed on our entire community of Indians in Kuwait, including Goans, by the Emir of Kuwait, His Highness Sheikh Sabah Al Ahmad Al Jabir Al Sabah. We feel most welcome in this country, which is our host country, even though we are far away from home, and that is a good way to be. I would also like to appreciate the cooperation extended by the State Government of Goa to the Embassy of India as regards matters concerning the Goan community in Kuwait. I do not believe you face any major problems here that are unsurmountable, and you should know that the Embassy and I personally are available to you whenever you need any help. This global convention will enable Goans abroad to deliberate on the common challenges facing them in their host country or in Goa, and to coordinate their approaches to the benefit of Goa and Goans worldwide. It provides an opportunity to update the community about latest developments in Goa, the government of Goa's schemes and programs for the Goan NRI community, investment and business opportunities in Goa, besides cultural, sociological, economic, political, and other aspects of issues of interest to the Goan NRI. The convention's theme this year, the NRI Goan, duly emphasizes this focus. Dear friends, Konkani is the official language of Goa, one of India's 22 official languages, occupies a distinctive place in India's rich linguistic mosaic. I'm happy that our Vishwa Konkani Sammelan will be convened tomorrow in the context of this convention, with participation by eminent writers, poets, educationists, and other Konkani speakers from Goa and elsewhere. I'm sure that the Sammelan will also identify ways to further enthuse young Goans living abroad about the Konkani language. The Sammelan is to be followed by a Goan cultural program in the evening that will surely be enriching and entertaining. Dear participants, I would like to share with you the greetings and good wishes of Goa's NRI Commissioner, Honorable Eduardo Ferrero, who could not attend this convention, as was mentioned, due to his ill health. He has always been attentive to the welfare of Goans, and we certainly miss his illustrious presence here today. I'm sure you will all join me in wishing him a very speedy and complete recovery. Finally, I congratulate the Goan Cultural Center, Kuwait, the main organizers of this convention, and all the others who have worked behind the scenes to put together this wonderful event. This convention will no doubt help strengthen the ties of overseas Goans with their roots back home in India. I wish the 5th Global Goans Convention useful deliberations and outcomes besides every success. Thank you for the attention.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. Now I call upon Mr. Ullah Kamat, Director NRI Affairs, to read the messages from the Governor of Goa, the Chief Minister of Goa, and other dignitaries.
Good morning, everybody. I have messages from the Governor of Goa, Dr. S.S. Sidhu. The message reads, I am glad to know that the annual Global Goans Convention will be held in Kuwait on 16th-17th November 2010, and a souvenir is being published to mark this occasion. In the present day, globalized world, interdependence has become the order of the day. Mutual relationship, mutual partnership, and mutual understanding of each other's culture, philosophy, and aspirations are the hallmark of progressive life. It's a matter of satisfaction that Goans settled and living in various parts of the world are becoming increasingly conscious about their cultural roots and are consistently trying to strengthen their unity. I am sure that this convention will provide a new impetus to their avowed objectives. I convey my best wishes for the success of the convention. Signed, Dr. S.S. Sidhu, Governor of Goa, 6th October 2010. Then I have a message from Honorable Chief Minister of Goa, Shri Digambar Kamat. I am immensely pleased to note that the Goan Cultural Center Kuwait is organizing the annual Global Goans Convention in Kuwait on November 16 and 17, 2010. Many Goans have scattered across the world to earn livelihood. The endeavor of the organizers to hold the convention annually is indeed a praiseworthy effort to unite Goans and provide them opportunity to interact and exchange their views. Also give an opportunity to domestic and industrial workers in Kuwait to put forth their grievances and suggestions before the government representatives. I am confident that the initiative of such magnitude will go a long way to further foster the bonds of unity, togetherness, and brotherhood among the Goans and project to the outer world the rich cultural traditions of Goa in right perspective. I also understand that a souvenir will be published to release on this occasion. I compliment the organizers and wish the convention all the success. Signed, Digambar Kamat, Chief Minister of Goa. Finally, there is a message from the Honorable Commissioner for NRI Affairs, Mr. Edward Falero, who has taken initiative in organizing these conventions since last 4 years. The message reads, I regret my inability to be present at the Global Goans Convention in Kuwait. I have been unwell for the last few days and am advised by my doctors not to travel at this stage. I have requested our Chief Secretary, Shri S.K. Srivastava, to represent me and the state government on this important occasion. His Excellency Ajay Malhotra, our ambassador in Kuwait, will also address the convention. Shri U.D. Kamat, Director NRI Affairs, will explain the different steps taken to solve the genuine grievances of NRGs. I request the organizers to record and tabulate all the suggestions made at the convention so that they may take necessary follow-up action. We may take necessary follow-up action. I wish the convention all success. Signed, Mr. Edward Falero, 14th November 2010. Thank you.
I now call upon Mr. Sanjay Srivastava, the Chief Secretary of Goa, to address the gathering.
His Excellency Sri Ajay Malhotra, Ambassador of India to State of Kuwait, very present and surprise presence of Mr. Luzino Fellow, who was able to make it for today's function. Sri Suresh Nayak, Sri Karmo Santos, my other colleagues who have come along with me from India to greet you this day, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, and children who are here, let me bring and convey the greetings from Goa. We have come with the goodwill and greetings from Goa to meet all of you and take your welfare news back to Goa. It gives me immense pleasure to participate in the Global Goan Convention 2010. Such conventions afford an opportunity to Goans across the world to meet and interact. The first Global Goa Convention was held in Goa in January 2007. Although convention was a success, it was felt that holding such an event during the festive season, which is normally a time for family get-together, and plethora of social and cultural activities made it difficult for non-resident Goans to attend the convention in such a large number. Against this background, it was felt that a large attendance and involvement of non-resident Goans has to be ensured, while at the same time the expenditure to bare minimum, the Goan overseas organizations should be encouraged to organize the annual convention in the countries where they reside, and our part will provide them some monetary support and moral support. Accordingly, the first Goan overseas convention was organized in Lisbon, Portugal in May 2007, followed by Toronto, Canada in July 2008. While the Lisbon Convention attracted Goans from Europe and UK, the Toronto Convention provided an opportunity to Goans settled in North and South America to come together. Last year, the Goan community of Oman has come forward to organize the Global Goan Convention at Muscat with the theme Gulf Goans in November 2009. Nearly 500 Goans based in various Gulf countries attended this convention, which was held under the patronage of the Embassy of India and Sultanate of Oman. I understand the largest number of Goan expatriates are in Kuwait, some of them from pre-liberation times. It is therefore appropriate that Goan Cultural Center, under the able leadership of Mr. Karmo Santos, has come forward to organize the convention this year in Kuwait under the theme NRI Goans, under the patronage of Honorable Commissioner of NRI Affairs and Sri Ajay Malhotra, His Excellency, the Ambassador of India to the State of Kuwait. Unfortunately, the Commissioner of NRI Affairs could not make it to the convention due to his ill health. Significantly, this convention is taking place when Goa is entering the Golden Jubilee year of the liberation from the Portuguese rule. Goa, as you know, that it has been showing unprecedented growth and development, particularly after achieving the statehood in 1987. In fact, Goa's per capita income has been among the highest in the country. The human development indicator, including literacy, education, maternal and infant mortality and life expectancy, are much more impressive vis-a-vis other states of India. Despite occasional adverse publicity generated, Goa tourism profile is an ideal leisure destination, and it has not been impacted. Tomorrow, time permits, I will talk about the various growth and development Goa has achieved. I will go a little in detail. But today I just want to mention that Goa is doing well, and you can assure that whenever you come back to Goa, you will find some growth there. With lot of limitations are there, we will also discuss about that. However, in order to achieve higher GDP, the government is having greater emphasis on inclusive growth by ensuring that fruits of development percolate to the less privileged and vulnerable section of the society. With this objective in mind, government has initiated number of steps to rejuvenate interest in agriculture and allied sector to reduce unemployment and provide skilled and quality employment as well as self-employment avenues to ensure health and quality education with thrust on upgrading the existing infrastructure, enhance inclusive base by removing bottlenecks and provide conducive environment for private investment, strengthen service delivery mechanism and create high quality and comprehensive development and infrastructure through public-private partnership mode. In order to interact the Goan diaspora across the world, provide advisory service, strengthen bond, promote investment and disseminate information, a website www.globalgoan.org.in was launched in November 2006, which is updated from time to time. Through this website, the government policy are highlighted and vital information provided for benefit of Goans settled in other parts of the country as well as abroad. A state level committee headed by the Commissioner of NRA Affairs deal with the property related issues of non-Goan residents and redress of their grievances. The committee, which meets once in 2 months, has either resolved or taken follow-up action on a number of such issues to the satisfaction of the affected NRG. With a view to protect the property right of the non-resident Goans and enable them to recover possession of their premises when the same are bona fide required for their own